how important do you feel it is for her and yourselves to be, equally yoked, aligned with the same type of vision?
I love that saying, equally yoked. It's so you can be equally yoked, but you can also miss the blessing. If you get with somebody who's just like you, just as qualified, in what areas can you guys go stronger in? Sometimes the dualistic approach, which is the polar opposite, is what strengthens us. So if you're calm and she's not calm, then that gives you a chance to learn each other and grow to become yoked. I think in our generation, we miss the one, or we miss the actual thing that's for us, because we're always trying to look for what we feel fits us. It's not about always fitting in. According to the life that I've lived, it's been about standing out and being different. So when we met, I don't even think we were equally yoked. I actually don't think I was the man I am today to lead her out of the things she needed me to lead her. And I don't think she was the woman she is today to be who I needed to be. So I think as we stay in covenant and agreement that divorce isn't an option, we're going to work through all problems, and there's always going to be problems, that we can get to the end of this. And through that journey, we become equally yoked. So I just don't believe in meeting someone's like, boom, we're just the perfect. I just don't believe in that. Without challenge, there's no God. And that's why our generation has kind of switched it. God's peace, God's no challenge, God's comfort, God's success, God's abundance. That's not really God. That's the devil. God wants to build you. He's much more concerned about character than he is comfort. So that's what I think about relationships. God, they have to be character building. They have to challenge you. Literally. And as a man, you know this. You're not tested till you're tested by a what? A woman. Dudes can't test you. A woman can test you. So.
Nah, I definitely like how you articulated that. Okay, so is it important for her to be a part of what you do business wise?
So we actually went down this path. I believe we do everything together. I was into retail trading for a while with currencies. She's a really good trader. She's actually had bigger months than me in trading in much less time. So she's very articulated. We found a way to mesh in our passions together. Obviously I like to travel. I speak. I do a lot of stuff, different businesses. She's also into business building. And I think through her, I found a different side of my passions. And through me, she's found a different side of her passions. She's actually looking to get into real estate. I think that's a great idea. She's big into fashion. And I'm big into building things, so I think they actually complement each other. And we obviously do trade together. We do like investments and stuff together, build businesses, LLCs, credits, all that stuff. So we kind of have our things together, but we also have things that individualize us and identity to where it's not 100%. Even though we do everything together, we still got to have a little bit individuality in what we want to do and who we want to become. So when we bring that back to the table, it's still beneficial to where we want to go.
Okay. And so when you teach things to like your daughter or your nieces and nephews, like, do you want them to do the same things as you, or do you encourage them to do what they want?
Best saying in the world. I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I would do. With my nephews, I believe being an example is the best form of leadership they're ever going to have. When their mother was killed, their dads are incarcerated for life. When I went back to get them, they were not in the best housing situation at all. 3 of them to 1 bed, toilet wasn't working sometimes, sewage leak in the basement. And when I went back to get them, just to move them where I moved them to and be present and show them, a man doesn't boss around his wife. He actually does clean up. He does take out the trash. And one rule in my house, the woman can't touch trash. That's one thing. And men can clean, men can help, men can serve, men can do laundry too, right? Even though I can have maids and all that stuff, I think just being the best form for them was an example. And I don't really tell them what to do, but naturally I've noticed, because just like me, when I was 13, if it wasn't for my older brother, he planted a seed in me one time. He took me to Chicago when I never even left my city, been on a flight. He drove me there, took me out to these restaurants, concerts. And I came back and I was never the same. Still to this day, that one seed changed me. So with them, I brought them on flights. I've took them around the fancier cars. I've took them around big influencers, celebrities. And now they'll message me, they're like, $1,000 ain't nothing. 10,000 is nothing. We need to make that. So I see the conversation change. And I also see the way that they carry themselves has been a change as far as them wanting to come. And they also now believe in being married. Before they were like, we ain't going to get married. Now they're approaching 15 and 12. They're like, we got to have one wife, one wife, we got to focus. So I've definitely seen the change. And my older one, he's with me too. He's 19 and he's definitely huge shift. And he's actually pursuing the UFC. And I've been helping him with his investment there because he just loves to fight for some reason. It takes a special dude just to love to get hit. So
yeah.